So during my time here, I've had a lot of negative experiences with different YouTubers and people around Twitter that I tend to focus on the negative too much. And okay, for real, that was actually just a homage to Leafy's gratitude video, but I'll start my own gratitude video for real now and talk about my better experiences, because I think it's important every once in a while to discuss the better experiences that we've had. But before we do that, I will thank our generous main sponsor. Now, are you sick and tired of not being able to drink if you're stuck in South Africa? Well, everyone is. And if you're going to lock somebody in, the very least you could do is give them some damn things to drink. That being said, I cannot guarantee your entrance to any bars. However, if you were to go to a bar and it had to be absolutely awesome, then I would strongly recommend, nay, I would absolutely compel you to get your ass on the guest list for JB's Pub. JB's Pub, the bar where you want to drink if you want to drink with cool people. Now, let's get started. First of all, Roman Kavanagh. Now, so Roman I actually consider a friend, and I may take issue with his unsavory views on the great city-state of Pretoria, but he doesn't live here, so he can't know better. Him and I have had our back and forth, but he's one of the few people that I can have a genuine disagreement with, and when he says, I see your point, I actually believe that he actually does and isn't just trying to move things along. He's chill in person and a solid family man. Next up, Ronaldo. Good old Mr. Host. Now, I know the going joke is that Ronaldo talks about his 4 degrees too often, but honestly, it is hard work and it's in a useful field. Useful not in just what he does politically, but also podcast-wise. Ronaldo understands something about people and deals. He generally approaches things in good faith, and he's a good family man. I genuinely believe he often gets more flack than he deserves from one side or the other. And maybe some of it that is from trying to balance the precarious position of both his personal views and podcast versus towing the DA party line. But I see genuine effort from him. All in all, he's an okay dude. Next up is Phoebe Pup. Now, I'm really hoping I pronounced that correctly because I actually don't know. She's not actually a YouTuber or podcaster. She's just someone on Twitter. I think I originally encountered her in like some sort of tweet stream. Then during I want to say one of the Man Patriot streams, her Abby is like this smiling short-haired blonde woman, and I think she's wearing a tube top. I can't tell. Anyway, I made some off the cuff little quip about her totally being a 50-year-old dude, willing to lure me on a date to steal my organs. And she took it in her stride really well. I totally believe you're a chick now, by the way, Phoebe. Anyway, she's also been in there in the DMs to chat to and is a cool person, so thanks. Next up is Dale. I'm going to give him a pass, first of all, for having a black and white Abby. My homie Dale is like a long-time listener of the show, I think. Don't quote me. He also, like I said, he's accepted. He's on the exception list for black and white Avies. More importantly, like a couple of other people out there, he was there for me during hard times this year, and I really want to thank him for that. His account does have some solid content, by the way, on Twitter, and namely his wholesome father shit, because that's the shit I aspire to be for real, man. Next up is Belleville Pete. Geez, I feel like I'm just listing off names of cool people. Anyway, he's one of the top 3 OG listeners of the show that I know of. Also one of the first platinum tier members. Also just a lekker oak. Him and I have chatted in the DMs about a bunch of stuff, and both personal and show related. By the way, my guy, I haven't forgotten those guest suggestions. I will get to them when I can. I hope you're relaxing and having a chill, you've had a chill December/January period. You're a good man, Pete. And P.S. Happy belated birthday, man. Never forget you're an OG. Drinks on me next time the No Script hosts are in the Cape. Next up is Jade. The me and Jade saga is kind of complicated. In hindsight, it probably kicked off when I decided to fuck with her. talk about leaking our DMs just because I thought it was funny as shit. Totally worth it. But there really is no tension between us anymore. And there's, when Big Sean, says that lyric where he says, I feel like real queens know how to keep the game in check. And when Drake drops that lyric about, dark days, hard times, Jade's really one of those OG queens who can hold to herself without using the slay queen meme badly or cringily. And I reckon they're really talking about women like her. Alright, so let's mix this up a little now. My man Kogetsu, he's here out of Tribal Allegiance. I'm playing for real though. We don't talk as often as we should, but I really like his factual style. When you come at my man, you best come correct, because there will be no mercy. Armand, I just wanted to put him here because he's a solid farming Chad from the great city-state of Pretoria. I'm just adding him here for the shout-out. Who else? Oh yeah, my boy Rudy, who's just a fellow EBIT graduate and Praetorian. He's also a long-time show supporter, platinum tier member. More than that, I've actually spent some personal time with him, and he's another solid dude. Also, I gotta shout him out for all the priceless times we forward each other shit on Twitter, and it's bro, can you believe this shit? That's amazing. Who else on the list? My boy Duma, fellow libertarian, as difficult as that flag is to wave these days. I've loved every collab I've ever done with Duma. Him and the rest of Man Patriot Squad, and the squad jokes on our group's WhatsApp, so it's just priceless, man. He's got a sick work ethic, and he's a really principled guy, and I hope his projects continue to go from strength to strength. Frederick. Frederick, I enjoy my banter with this guy. Again, I'm just adding him to the list because he's a proud Praetorian and a proud Tookie. So, ticks of Nooks, and don't forget your legs day, bro. You don't want me showing up and embarrassing you. What else? My man Sidestra. Can we take a moment? This man's wife is a doctor, and he did that by sliding in Facebook DMs. That's a level I haven't even reached yet. Honestly, I think that's cool as shit. He's a good friend, and working with him briefly in person was actually pretty amazing. Next up is Martin, this account at Martinmaniac. Probably the only reason the aviation channel in our Discord is still going right now. I don't know him too well. We've only spoken. I've only spoken to him a couple of times, but he seems like a solid oak. I would drink with him anytime. Dude is sharp as a tack, and honestly, his account is my nomination for most criminally underfollowed. Lucas van Vuren, the med school guy. I have massive respect for you, Lucas. He's helped me out in the DMs as well. He's also a really bright dude. Now, y'all know me. I don't hesitate to tell someone to go fuck themselves. How Lucas has maintained a high demeanor and just principally argued with people I wouldn't bother with, I will never know. Lucas, bro, if you're listening, buddy, keep up your good work with all that you do. And obligatory ticks of Nicks. Nzuzo, homeboy. Actually, I'm just putting him here because of patching tribal alliances. Or rather tribal relations. Homeboy actually came to our side of Ipitori and actually made a home for himself. And he reached out to me as well when I was unresponsive a while back. I guess for diversity's sake, we have to add another girl. So I'm going to go with Bridget. She's a bit of a weirdo, but mostly alright. I mean, she's a Liverpool fan, but I didn't even know she listened to the show, but apparently she did. I actually thought she was a bot or an OnlyFans girl selling her shit. She does have this annoying habit, reporter, of not looking up stuff that she could easily Google. But for the most part, she's pretty cool. All right, now we're into the big ones. All right, this is the the elimination stage of things. Okay. First up is the Goose. The thing about myself and the Goose is that our long-standing rivalry is the basis for us being frenemies, as cringe as that phrase may be. There is no real animosity between us. Like, although Conscious Caracal had to step in to negotiate peace on some of the intense rivalries, but that's just dudes blowing off steam, really. And really, the Goose and I share a lot of ideals and values, even if we come from different peoples. We're more like the same guy that who just landed on different teams than anything else. On top of this, the dude is a meme smith with no equal. Also, buddy, P.S. Congratulations on your upcoming wedding vows. Ruan. Now, Ru is like the third host we never knew we needed. I'll probably never be able to drink as he does, but I have other strengths. I admire the tech life he's built for himself. People may sometimes think he's just a dude that parties too hard or whatever, but I've seen this guy's technical work, and when he gets into it, he really gets into it. Also, I gotta thank him for introducing us to our main sponsor. Okay. Then no list would be complete without my boy Quentin. One of these days, this man is going to send me a monstrous counseling bill. I've known Q for a while, but I would say the last 2 years, our friendship has really solidified. We've done everything from game together to podcast together to just kick it remotely. I mean, I always remark it's a shame we weren't mates at varsity, but like, there's a time and place for everything. Over the last while, I've taken pride in seeing this dude grow and deal with all his own challenges while helping me with mine. And behind the scenes, he's legit one of the most patient and caring friends I've ever lucked into. Last but not least, my boy Conscious Caracal. Ernst is one of the most special shoutouts on this list. Real talk. Like, the story of our meeting and the development of our friendship has a lot of strange turns to it. Also some poetic turns, but like, legitimately, I don't feel like this is the time or place to share it publicly. You'll know if you ever drink with us and drink good and proper with us. Like, we'll probably tell you the story. One of the things to it, though, is my age, and I've just hit my 30s, and I'm of the view that once you get to like 25 or 27 plus, you're probably going to be who you are for the rest of your life. Like, it's unlikely that your worldview will radically change. On top of that, once you get to that age, the friends you have are the friends you're probably going to take through your whole life. You know, you may take a few new ones, but not many, and they will be, and not many of them will be like really close friends. You know, it's like a game of Dota, fam. You know, the select timer is done and you're locked in. My friendship with the Caracal, I would say, didn't radically change my worldview, but helped me embrace certain cultural aspects with pride. He's been there with me, like, and for me through like some of the shittest breaks that I've ever had, and seen me at some real lows, and through it we've really forged a really close friendship, which I think will endure. So I guess the only thing left for me to say on that topic is Galaboha, my friend. Tsamaya Sintle. That's it for now. I hate when YouTubers or whatever monologue for like 10 hours, and yeah, this is by no means an exhaustive list, just names that come to mind. If you didn't feature, maybe in another time, another video, sorry. I still care about you. Next year's going to be tough, guys, but maybe less wacky than 2020. Who knows? And remember, each other is all we got. I'm pretty hungry now, so I'm gonna head to Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood. Maybe Olive Garden, or the Crab. Who knows? Anyway, good luck, everybody. Happy New Year.